Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. This is a 3-pile pick-a-pile reading for the healing energy sessions, and today's question is, what is love? I would like to say, please do not live your life by the tarot. It is you who creates your own destiny. You're intelligent, handsome or beautiful, and you are kind. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. Somebody out there may be enlightened by them. Now, these readings, they may or may not resonate. To my subscribers, welcome back. And to any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. You are the backbone to this channel, and I greatly appreciate you. So, today's question, what is love? Well, you know, a lot of us think we know what it is. Or maybe you have experienced it in your life, and possibly nowadays it doesn't seem like it's coming your way, or you're not feeling comfortable in the relationships that you're in. I do have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Now, it's so interesting how when I did the choosing of the stones, that all of the stones came out as green stones. I have a variety of colors, and I picked them blindly. Check it out. We got 3 green stones. And we all know that the heart chakra is all about green, right? That's the 4th chakra. It's connected with love, relating, integration, and compassion. So I'm taking it that it's a good idea that I'm doing this reading today for you guys. And I do actually think that Spirit has a message for you. So go ahead and pick a pile, the pile that is calling out to you basically. And don't forget at the end, we will go to some oracles and we're going to find out what Spirit and what Buddha has to say about all this, okay? See if we can get some advice. Now remember also, I'm not the ultimate answer to your question, okay? What I'm trying to do here is trigger you to understand what's going on in your life and get you to think about yourself and what has been going on and what you've endured in it. And hopefully that will allow you to realize that maybe I should look into this and maybe I should find some solutions in order to heal myself, right? All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Now, if you need more time to choose which pile, go ahead and pause the video and take your time to choose. But I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Pile number 1 is first. Okay, here's pile number 1. And today's question is, what is love? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see what this pile says. See if it's your situation. And if it is, we'll definitely see you at the end for some advice from the universe. So this stone is actually the raven. Now, the raven is a trickster. This is a mischievous person. Possibly a person that doesn't have very good intentions for you, or this might even be you. Let's go ahead and find out what is going on here in your story. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. We have the World. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Knight of Rods. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Star. We have the 4 of Wands. And finally, the Queen of Peppermills, which is the Queen of Wands. So I do see here that we do have 3 major arcana. We have the Lovers, we have the World, and the Star. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning and see what is going on in your story. So starting out here, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is somebody starting something new, brand new, right? You could also be dealing with a younger earth sign. We're not going to focus too much on the signs, but I just thought I'd throw that one in there. The next card we have is the Lovers. I'm sorry, let me continue with that Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can also represent a person who is trying to save money, starting to save money in their life, or even trying to work on their own healing process, because Earth is about healing. Now, because I choose the cards all in the upright position, we can't be quite sure if it would have come out, you know, in the reverse or what. So if this card comes out in the reverse, it's telling me that either, okay, if it's in the upright, somebody is trying to save, somebody's trying to heal. If it's in the reverse, somebody is avoiding healing, and possibly a person who, you know, just spends foolishly. All right. All right. So next we have the Lovers. So you could be involved with another individual who actually is in this Page of Pentacles energy, right? Either they can be a foolish spender, or they can be somebody who's trying to save and balance themselves and gain stability in their life, something like that, right? With the World here, though, it appears to me that that Page of Pentacles energy might be in the reverse position because an end has come to this lover situation. The World is about completion, integration. It's about accomplishment, and it could be travel too. So an ending has come to a situation between two lovers, and it's possibly due to somebody being unbalanced, somebody who is not trying to find stability in their life, a foolish spender. Okay. Now we also have the Seven of Swords here. And with the Seven of Swords, I'm taking it that whoever this was that you were dealing with may have gotten away with something. Might have gotten away with money, might have gotten away with cheating, but this person got away with something. This person was very unbalanced. They might have even brought instability and unbalance into your life. You may have had a lot of arguments with this person, possibly with their family or with others who are involved in the situation, friends, family, whoever. But I do see that this is a very uncomfortable situation for you. And you have even possibly, or this person actually has possibly went on a fool's journey, right? Possibly left you, or you told them to leave, or one or the other. Now with this Three of Cups here, I do see that there's no celebration in this situation, okay? So I'm taking it that there was a three-party situation. And that's why when you guys argued about whatever it was, they had no problem leaving you, because possibly they just went back to whoever they were with, or they went back to another resource, right? As in what narcissists do. They come, they love bomb you. Once you start to talk serious about things with them, they disappear. And they could have a lot of resources in regards to that. They could have up to 10. They could have up to 20. Who knows? But this person has a lot of resources. So once things got heavy with you guys, maybe when you wanted to discuss about being more serious, about stability and stuff like that, this person actually, you know, did something to cause you to tell them to leave. So that's another thing that the narcissist will do. And you know, I'm not trying to say that, oh, this particular person is a narcissist, because we all have narcissistic tendencies some way or another. Some people are just more skilled at it. All right. Now, so whatever argument or disagreement you got into this person, they left and they possibly ghosted you. And what they basically did was went to one of their other resources to love bomb them and enjoy their time with that person until that person started talking serious. So I do see three-party situation here. This person is in the energy of the Knight of Rods. And we all know who the Knight of Rods is, right? This is the person that comes in and they love bomb you and everything is beautiful. It's wonderful. They stick their rod wherever they feel like it, right? And, you know, That's the energy of this person. Now, you could be this Queen of Swords energy, right? You don't have to be, but you could have air in your chart somewhere. And I do feel that this person had hopes in possibly getting away with something in regards to you, possibly stealing something from you, or they probably did, okay? Because a narcissist will do that. You know, when you're not looking, they'll pickpockets, or they'll put something in their pocket, or they'll take something from you, you know, and you might not even know it. Now, this person may need to go through some serious healing, right? This person has hopes in possibly finding someone to get involved with, someone who can provide them stability so they don't have to deal with these other alternatives anymore, right? Or this person was actually married and you might have been a side chick or side dude, right? Now, I have a male energy for the Knight of Rods and I have a female energy for the Queen of Swords. Now, you can be any of those energies. If you're a male watching this, you can be the Queen of Swords energy. You can just be in your female energy, a nurturing type of person, right? Loving and nurturing. Or you can be in the Knight energy, a male energy. You know, you can be a female in that energy and be someone who sleeps around too, right? All right. So we also have the Queen of Peppermills here, okay? So this person may have actually been married to a fire sign. Queen of Peppermills, that's the Queen of Wands. This person may have left that person because of some arguments and bickering and fighting. So what did they do? They left that person. They ghosted that person. They might have gone to you for a little fun on the side. And you may have even had hope in this situation, but this person possibly ended up taking something from you. You guys had some sort of argument, and they just went running back to their, you know, significant other, whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, or whatever. So if this sounds like your story, then I'll meet you at the end, and we'll see what Spirit, the universe, God, angels, your ancestors, whoever it is you pray to, we'll see what advice they have for you today, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2 is next. Okay, this is pile number 2. And the question here is, what is love? Let's find out what your story is here. Now, remember, we're trying to just find answers, okay? I'm not a definite answer, so I would hope if you do agree with something that I say, or, you know, whatever, or how I trigger you with this reading, please do not take my word as final word. Make sure that you are definitely going and doing some research of your own, because the only person that can actually heal you is yourself, and we all have our own ways of healing, so it's probably best that even if you do find something that I say or something that you see here as, you know, some good advice, it's not the only advice, okay? So make sure you do some homework and look more into this. So let's start out with your story. We got the frog. All right. For some reason, I just got the thought of the Frog Prince, okay? Now, we all know in the fairy tales, I can't remember which one, but somebody kisses a frog and the frog turns into a prince, right? You can comment that below for others if you are familiar with that story. But it appears here that this person may have kind of played that role in your life, okay? Maybe you saw this person as somebody who was not very good or whatever, but deep down inside, you felt something about this person. You might have thought, oh, this person, you know, you see the potential in them, you know. Well, let's just, you know, the frog, to be honest with you, okay, when it comes to the frog, this is about emotional healing and cleansing, okay? And so this could be the case where this person might have a lot of potential. We don't know where they're at in their potential journey, right? But let's go ahead and find out what your story is about. Maybe we can come up with some conclusion with that one. So first of all, we have the Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have Judgment. We have the Chariot. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Five of Rods. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Knight of Peppermills. And we have the King of Peppermills. Okay. So I do see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, right? Yes. Yes, 4 major arcana. We have the Hanged Man, we have Judgment, we have the Chariot, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So let's start from the beginning and let's find out what's going on here exactly, okay? So we have the Hanged Man here. And, you know, the Hanged Man is about a kind of a pause, right? It's about letting go and you know, and perspective. Possibly surrendering something, right? So you or another individual might be stuck. Stuck in a situation, stuck in their thoughts, unable to move forward. Interesting. We actually have the Knight of Wands here twice. So we could be dealing, whoops, sorry about that, you guys. We could be dealing with an individual who is a player. Somebody who has no intentions of actually settling down. Somebody who just wants to play around with people's minds. Possibly hurting a lot of individuals out there. This could be male or female energy. Okay, this could be a player who is a guy, or it could be a girl who is, you know, another person who sleeps around, right? There's many words for women players, I guess. And, you know, we don't need to mention them. We all know them. So I do see here that this Knight of Wands is definitely in the house, right? Now, this person might come into your life, and they might come in and they might love on you and tell you how much they love you, how wonderful you are, make you feel good, make you feel wanted, make you feel loved, right? They might be doing this with their words and with their passions, right? Because we all know that the Knight of Wands likes to lay that wand down anywhere he can. Now, you could be this Queen of Swords energy, somebody who's fairly intelligent, right? Somebody who, you know, she's fair, she's nurturing, she's intelligent, but she's not going to let anybody pull the wool over her eyes, right? She will actually allow you to speak to her. She will allow you to state your case, but, you know, she's very intelligent, like I said, and she's going to know whether or not you're lying. This person has been through a lot in their lives, and they are at this point in their life where they are, where she or he, remember, we can swap the energies, where this person has realized and been through so much that she knows the telltale signs of liars and cheaters, manipulators, right? Okay. She might have been holding on to this situation. This could be you. You could have been holding on to this situation. You could actually be trying to hold on to your money, because this Knight of Wands who comes in and love bombs could be somebody trying to come after something that you might have, right? And it could be your money, right? It could be your money. It could be something that you own. They might want to come and steal from you, something like that, right? You will be judging this person, okay? I have a feeling if this person has not come around yet, they might. But you will definitely judge this person, okay? Now, judgment is about rebirth. It's about an inner calling and absolution. So this person might come in and might say, oh, I want to start something new with you, right? But you're very guarded. Right? You're guarding your heart. You're guarding whatever assets or whatever you have, but you're being guarded because you don't know if you can really trust this person, because maybe they have done something in the past to you that has caused this distrust, right? Next we have the Chariot. And there is an individual, it could be this Knight of Wands, right? Because if this has not happened yet, this person is planning on coming towards you, right? And this person might be in the hangman mode because maybe they don't have transportation, they don't have money, they don't have a means to get to you quite yet. But when they do, they're going to want to work something out with you, right? Now, the Three of Diamonds, or the Three of Pentacles, is about craftsmanship, successful collaboration, and admiration. So this person might want to come in and say, oh, they want to work things out with you. They want to make things better, right? But you're still in the energy of, you know, well, why? Right? You're going to want explanations. Where have they been? What have they been doing? Why are they coming now? You may have actually told this person to leave your life in the past. Why are you here again? Okay, so that's another thing. And this person might want to say, oh, but I love you, this, that, and the other. But I think it's going to cause conflict. So you guys might not be getting along. Now, to be quite honest, with this Five of Rods here, the Five of Rods is usually somebody in their mind, you know, conflicts within themselves, arguing with themselves. It could be arguing with others. But with this card here, I do see that this person may want to actually want to work something out with you, okay? Now, I'm not saying that this person can't be trusted, because with this situation, you're going to have to really sharpen those intuitive antenna, right? Because in this picture, it looks like, you know, the Five of Rods. It could be people also working together. It doesn't look very, you know, much like conflict. Could be somebody that actually does want to work with you, but you're guarded, of course, because of possible past deceptions. You know, there's distrust here. Now, I do also see here the Wheel of Fortune. And it appears that this whole situation is occurring due to karma. Now, whether it's your karma or it's the other person's, you know, you'd have to figure that out yourself. But if this person has been deceptive, I think it's going to be under their karma, because there is a possibility here that you will refuse this offer, because you're going to see that all this person really is, you know, this person is the Knight of Wands, and they just want to pretty much lay down their wand wherever they can. And that's probably something that you're not really interested in dealing with, okay? Especially if you're looking for something that's more stable long-term. The King of Peppermills, also we have the King of Wands here. Now, this is somebody who, this person might actually be sending a message into you. So this person might not come to you face-to-face at first. Maybe they're going to test the waters, right? But the King of Peppermills is somebody who, you know, we definitely don't want knights. We don't want pages. We want kings, right? And so you might actually be dealing with a separate individual who might be wanting to come in, and they come in passionately. But this might be a king. But once again, we have this Knight of Peppermills here, which means that this king could be another example of the past person, possibly attracting people with the same energy. All right, and it might be out of confusion, because you're not sure what love is, because maybe somebody has skewed your idea of love. And that's usually, you know, when it comes to, say, people who are, you know, narcissistic, because we all have narcissistic tendencies. This person may have actually skewed your view of individuals, right? So you might have become an untrusting type of person. You don't trust people, especially if they come in passionately. So if this sounds like your story, then I'll go ahead and see you at the end, and we'll see what the universe, God, angels, ancestors, whoever it is you pray to, we'll see what they have to say about this situation, okay? See if we can get some advice for you. All right, so I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3 is next, and I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, so this is pile number 3, and the question is, what is love? Well, let's find out what's going on in your situation here. Now remember, I'm not here to give you definite answers. I'm here only to trigger you and to find your own self-healing. You might agree with some things I say here, or what the universe says, you know, because we will see you at the end for advice, but I do encourage you to actually go ahead and, you know, seek more advice, outside sources, and things like that to promote more healing for you, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what's going on with your story. All right, we have, this is the Thunderbird, okay? Now the Thunderbird represents the bringer of the rain. And as we all know, with the Native American Indians, you know, they used to do their dance, you know, outside. They do their dance to, you know, the spirits, right? And this is a spirit that they would dance to bring the rain in order to nurture the crops, right? To bring the rain so the crops will grow, because the crops were their abundance, right? This is what fed their families. This is how they survived. And so they would do these dances to bring the rain, nurture the crops, and, you know, feed their families. So you could be a provider, but you could also be somebody who's shed a lot of tears, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what's going on in your story. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I do see that's really bright. One second, you guys. Let me see if I can lower the lights for you because you can't even see the cards. That's a little better. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, so next we have the Nine of Wands. We have the, oops. I don't know how this happened. We do have the Devil, okay. I almost feel like, whoever's watching this, you might have some negative energies around you because I kind of feel like somebody's trying to confuse me here, so look out for that in your environment, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Star. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the King of Oysters. Wow, we have the Devil again, you guys. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles. Alright, so I do feel a lot of negative energies here. Alright, you might have somebody in your environment who is actually toxic, okay? That's been the theme of all the piles here pretty much. Possibly dealing with a narcissist. Alright? We all have narcissistic tendencies in one way or another, though. Some just have more power of manipulation, right? Maybe they've been, you know, they've had more experience with manipulating people. So make sure that you watch out there. Make sure that your intuitive antennas are really out with this particular individual. You know who this is, okay? All right. So let's see here. We have we have three major arcanas, and two of them are the Devil. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning here. First of all, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Sorry, the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about working on something, working something out, right? You want to work something out, or they want to work something out in regards to fighting for this situation one last time. But because the Devil card is there, I'm assuming, well, we don't always want to assume because we know what that really means. You know, we make an ass out of you and me when we assume, right? So let's go ahead and think, let's use different wording here. you might want to consider that this person who's coming back to try and work something out with you, trying one last time, is definitely going to try one last time, but they're going to bring toxicity with them, so they might not be honest with you, right? I do see, though, that this person may actually be working on something at the present to try and possibly build some finances, because they definitely want victory with you, and they might actually know what you will expect from them, and they might work hard to show you that, because they do want victory, and they're hoping that they can bring y'all back together. Now, they want to heal the situation, right? Now, I always pull these cards in the upright because they're not flying cards when I choose these piles, right? I do have a video somewhere, and I do show you guys how I choose these cards. I might have to do it again because I don't even remember which video it is. But because I pick them all in the upright, we can't tell which ones are in the reverse, really, right? So, I mean, these devil cards, they could actually be in the reverse for all we know, but we don't, right? So we need to just consider this situation. We need to really use our intuition when this situation arises, okay? Now, the reason why I brought that up is because we have the Star card here, okay? And the Star card is about hope and healing. But when it's in the reverse, it can indicate treachery, deceit, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Just keep that in mind right there, okay? Now we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and somebody may want to work out something with you, right? They want a new start. They want a new start and stability, and this is why they might be actually right here trying to work on something. Maybe build a little money. Maybe they're going to come, they're going to bring you money. They're going to offer you something or a gift of some sort to try and use that as a manipulation tactic. Because, you know, a lot of these narcissistic people, or, you know, people that like to take advantage of others, right? They like to come back sometime. They're going to bring us some flowers, or they're going to bring you some chocolates, or a little gift, right? So they might be trying to do that to you to try and make you think that they really want to work things out with you, okay? But like I said, the devil is there twice. So let's keep moving on here. We got the Two of Swords, okay? When this person comes and when they want to talk to you, or if they do this, this might have already happened. So I might be repeating what has happened to you in your life already, right? But you might be confused, and that's why you're here. But we have this Two of Swords energy, and it's telling me that someone's going to need to make a choice. This could be you. Somebody's going to need to make a choice on whether or not this is genuine, right? Is this real? Somebody being honest with you. Because whoever's holding this devil energy is possibly conflicted in their mind. So, or this person has left you feeling that way with all these promises that they never follow through with. It's all words, right? It's not, there's no action really. And this could have left you, you know, trying to make sense of the situation, wondering why is this person in my mind? I can't stop thinking of them. They make me feel bad. I love them so much, blah, 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 right? And this person really doesn't act like somebody who loves you, and you're wondering why you have these feelings for them. Well, this person could be just a master manipulator. They know how to manipulate people, and you're probably not the only one they're manipulating, okay? So keep that in mind. But you are definitely trying to make sense of this, okay? This person might want to come in acting as if he is the King of Pentacles, like he's got it going on. And he might. And, you know, even though he is that way, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, if this person is financially stable and secure, brings you the gifts, whatever you want, you know, they're trying to bring you what you want so they can pull you back in, right? And this person's going to come back with something to offer you, but It's not genuine. It's toxic. They're bringing it because they want victory with you. And they feel that if they bring this item or these items, whatever they're bringing in, they feel like if they bring it, they're going to have victory with you. They're going to pull that wool over your eyes. They're going to have one up on you. Now, remember what I said about that star card, right? Treachery, deceit. Any of these cards could have flown out in the reverse for all we know. Even that victory card. Because there might not be any victory here. And the reason why I say that, because, you know, we have the devil here. There's devil energy. There's one snake there, right? That person's hanging around. They could be watching you. But in this devil card, it seems we have this deck is an Alice in Wonderland deck, okay? And it appears that Alice is fighting this devil. So you may actually know what's coming your way. You might actually have an idea about what's going to happen here, and you're ready to fight. Because also the King of Oysters is somebody who's married, usually a stable man who's married. And you might be this Knight of Pentacles lady. Because you're in charge of yourself. You're in charge of your finances, your home, your stability. You don't need anybody to really take care of you. You'd like love, yes, of course. And this person is playing off your emotions in regards to that. So this is what I'm seeing here. So if this sounds like your story, then I'll go ahead and I'll see you at the end, and we'll see what kind of advice the universe has for you to help us, you know, get through the situation, to help solve our problems, right? Now remember what I said, this reading or this video is not the answer to your problem. You might find a few answers here, but I do encourage you guys to go out and continue your research in regards to this subject, okay? All right. So I'll go ahead and see you at the end, and we'll see what the universe, the angels, ancestors, whoever it is you pray to, we'll see what they suggest for you to help us move forward prosperously, okay? All right, I'll see you guys at the end. All right, so we made it to the end. So there's either a possibility that the piles resonated, or you just wanted to get some advice, right? They didn't need to resonate for you to actually come to the end and find out some advice for your own personal healing, right? All right. So let's start out. These cards are pre-shuffled, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start here. These are the Soul's Journey lesson cards, okay? I'm going to shuffle one more time so we can get, you know, see what advice from the universe we get from these in regards to what is love. What is love? Here's the first card. Just going to go ahead and set these to the side. I'm going to grab from this deck. This is the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards. And we're asking Buddha's wisdom on what is love. What is love? There we go. And finally, the Power of Surrender cards. We're asking God, angels, universe, ancestors, spirit, whoever it is we pray to, what must we surrender in order to figure out what love is, right? Okay, I'm really drawn to pull from right here. There we have it. Okay, so let's find out what advice we're going to get right now, okay? All right. So the lesson that we're learning in this situation today is empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. So what I'm getting from this card is you may be an empathetic person, right? But you could have dealt with things in the past that have actually caused you to draw in people who take advantage of the empathy that you have within you, right? They might see that you're a kind person, you're empathetic, you're forgiving, right? But your past situation may have actually brought you to be untrustful to others, right? Not trusting others because of past situations. And you know, you have to understand that yes, it's possible for us to get really hurt or damaged from a relationship. Could even be a relationship with family members, friends. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But in this situation, you know, with the piles, I noticed that it basically was. And this person that you were dealing with is playing off your emotions. They're playing off the empathy that you have within you, okay? They know that no matter what they do wrong, they can always come back because they know that you're a very forgiving and you're a very empathetic, compassionate person, all right? But make sure that you are really focusing on the signs that might lead you to be untrustful to this person or even others that come around you, because you might actually be sabotaging your own opportunities, right? Because of that untrust that you have within you. Now, you can remember, just because one person didn't treat you well doesn't mean that the whole world is like that. This person might have really broken you down if you're that untrusting. So you want to make sure that you are open to other people entering your life, because not everybody is untrustworthy, right? And all you got to do, like I said before, you got to really use your intuition. You got to check these telltale signs. Check for the red flags. Whatever you went through in that past situation that actually broke you down, you're going to need to remember the things that this person did so you can apply these things to the situations that might come your way, all right? Somebody can come in really kind and sweet, actually give you gifts, take you out, and do kind things to you, but in the back of your head, in the back of your mind, you might be thinking, oh, is this person going to manipulate me or use me or try to take advantage of me? Well, like I said, look out for those telltale signs, you know, look out for the red flags, and most likely you'll know. Also, you know, simply talking to the person and explaining your boundaries and possibly, you know, what you have been through in the past and why you have these boundaries, that'll help a lot too, okay? Because that will allow the other person to also open up to you and possibly speak to you about their boundaries and what they've been through in the past, which is very beneficial for new relationships, because you want to start relationships honestly, right? You don't want to start with any distrust. You don't want to start with any manipulation. You want to put everything out on the table so y'all know what you both want, right? All right. So now we have the power of surrender. Surrender defensiveness. Okay, just like I was talking about here. So you might be real defensive when people come into your life. You might be very untrusting. Why? Because somebody has brought you to that level. Somebody has manipulated you. You might have even have the strength to let this person go. But there is a possibility that that person might try to come back like they've done several times before. Now, if you sent this person away, did you really mean it? Did you really tell them, look, I don't want you to come back ever again? Or did you just tell them to leave? Because they will use your words against you, or they will use the words that you said to them as, okay, well, they didn't say never come back, so I'm just going to come back and try it again. Now, I think if you are dealing with a situation like this and you really did mean that you don't want them to come back because you know they're toxic, when they do come back, and if they're displaying the similar traits that they were before, make sure that when you do tell them to leave, make sure you add in there, please, I forgive you, but please don't ever come back, right? Because we can forgive these people. You know, forgiveness is something that's really important. You know, you don't want to be holding resentment for anybody, because that could actually be bad for any further relationships, okay? So make sure, say what you mean and mean what you say. Now this card says, defensiveness is a sign of weakness, all right? To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Now, if in the past you did tell this person to leave and you guys fought, you screamed, you yelled, slamming doors, throwing dishes, breaking things, whatever, you know, that's being defensive. That's not the proper way to go about things, okay? No one takes anyone seriously when you act like that. That's acting like a child. That's acting like you're not in control of your own mental state, all right? If that was how you left this person, they're going to be back because they're going to feel like they can worm their way into this situation because you were acting childish, all right? So they feel that they might have one up on you, okay? Now, if you told them calmly, you said, look, it's time for you to leave, you know, and, you know, this is it and that's that. I mean, you may not have told them, don't ever come back, but if you're very calm about it and saying, look, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I need you to just get your things and leave. Most likely this person knows that you were serious. And hopefully that individual won't come back, especially if they're toxic or a manipulator, a narcissist or something like that, right? Okay. So that's what I'm getting from this, okay? And just remember, if you do meet somebody new, don't bring that old baggage and those old feelings into this new situation because this might be your person. You might be meeting your soulmate. You might be meeting the next person you marry. And you don't want to bring in this defensiveness and this untrust into a relationship that might actually be the relationship of your life, okay? So make sure that you're really communicative with anybody who does enter your life, right? Look out for the red flags, number 1. Express your boundaries, number 2. And start everything with honesty. It's always a good start when you start things honestly, all right? So let's go ahead and find out what Buddha has for us today. The Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards, okay? So we do have here, this is the 5 card. Now we all know that the number 5 is the number of change. So there is a change happening in your environment, right? Could be with another individual, could be with you. You could be going through some sort of transformation within yourself, possibly standing in your own power now, not allowing manipulators or people who are coming to deceive you into your life, right? We have the number 5 card, the red Dakini, who dances in white Mahakala's heart. Love is the most powerful force of all. Wow. Can't make this up. This reading is all about what is love, and love is the most powerful force of all. Okay, so we're done. We'll end it there. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, the wisdom of Buddha is telling you, what is love? Love is the most powerful force of all. That is the answer. But let's go ahead and get the book because we all know that I love reading from this book because this book is just so much knowledge and so much understanding, right? Oh, wow. Opened right to the page. So we have the red Dakini who dances in white Mahakala's heart. The word Dakini means sky goer, one who moves in the sky of wisdom, a place of infinite expansiveness. The great Indian saint Bhagavan Nityananda once said, "The real sunrise is in the sky of the heart. It is the best one. Just as the water jar reflects the sun, so the entire universe shines in the heart space of the self. When you are a train, the whole world appears to pass by. Similarly, the whole universe can be known within the self. A Dakini sky-goer roams in the vastness of space to find you, but in the end, you find. She is already in your heart, whispering her message, as close to you as your breath. The Dakini resides in the heart of the fierce form of the god of compassion, White Mahakala, a wealth deity. The femininity of Dakinis expresses potency, the fertility of possibility, the unimaginable possibilities that unfold through spiritual practice. This represents the fact that wisdom can come about spontaneously, just like that. The flickering, luminous dance of the energy Dakini manifests in many forms, representing every aspect and level of female energy, from the little gremlin spirit that is misplaced, your keys, to the wise woman reading tarot cards with 35 years of studying human behavior. She may be the spiritual teacher who knows you the way to the human heart. Excuse me. She may be the spiritual teacher who shows you the ways to the human heart. They range from beings with some level of spiritual power to fully realized beings. This Dakini is an example of one of the higher forms. She is sweet and beautiful, and she flirts with us, mesmerizing us. She is what attracts the wealth to gather around Mahakala, and hence to the followers of the white Mahakala practice. She is like the wife behind a politician or a woman behind the throne. Her presence and influence is unseen but profound. So basically, I'm not sure if you understand all that. Let's hope that you got something from it. But I do see here that Buddha is trying to tell us that love is the most powerful force of all, and we all have love within us. It has been said that the heart has actually more power than the brain, and a lot of us kind of stay stuck in our brain thinking about things, and it's the brain that actually might sabotage us, because when we follow our heart, we really know what we want. We really know what we need. We can feel it in our hearts, right? But when we're unsure and we're not following the beats of our heart, the energy of our heart, the heart chakra, then it's pretty, if we have it, like, for example, if we have a closed heart chakra, right, we're going to have problems actually getting the messages that our heart is actually trying to put out to us, give us that feeling of whether something is right or wrong, right? So what do? We turn to our minds. We turn to our logic. And sometimes that can actually bring us to being over-analyzing things, right? Will this person come back? Oh, what if they don't? What if they do? Why did this person say to me this thing, right? Why did they do this thing to me? What if I were this way? What if I were that way? If only I could change my ways. Well, most likely, if somebody is not treating you properly, it's not your fault, especially if you're a kind person and a loving person, intelligent or beautiful, right? Because you are intelligent, handsome, or beautiful and kind. Like I say at all the beginnings of the videos, right? You are this person, and you are the one who creates your own destiny. Now, the reason why I say that initially is because I want you to bring you into your own power. Possibly the more that this is repeated or heard, the more likely you are to attract this into your life, right? So when it comes to love is the most powerful force of all, there is a possibility that somebody in the past has also made you feel unloved. Perhaps they didn't show you the love and appreciation that you deserved. You may have actually lived your whole life trying to satisfy others, trying to be very loving, caring, and nurturing to others, but in fact, what has happened was people ended up taking advantage of you because they know that you're fighting for a particular love, right? For example, you may have had a parent that might have left your life and you felt, wow, was it something I did? You might have thought that as a child. And even though that parent might have left, and maybe you might have had your visitations to them, you may have also tried to be fighting for them to show you some sort of love, because in the past they didn't, and you might have felt deserted by them. So you might have lived your whole life trying to satisfy that parent, trying to obtain the love that you didn't receive as a child, because this person might have deserted you and not even given you any explanation, and after that possibly didn't really show you any love, like you were not important. And if that's the case, you need to understand that this parent might have had issues in their own lives which have prevented them from even showing any sort of emotions to you. And that could have actually led you to, have a closed heart chakra. And it's going to be closed until you can get that satisfaction of having that parent or individual who raised you to tell you they actually love you, to say sorry for leaving you. But in some cases, that's never going to come. It's never going to come, especially if you're, in your 40s or 50s or your parent has passed. You're never going to get that. You're never going to get that closure. So when it comes to what is love, love is something that's within you. It's not something that you can get from anyone else. If you can find that feeling of love within yourself and heal that within yourself, then most likely you're going to attract, who you are. We all attract what we put out into the universe. If somebody's treated you unloving and now you feel unloving, you're going to attract unloving people. And then you're going to wonder, why are my relationships so bad? Why can't I ever find love? Well, maybe you're trying to find people who are broken and hurt, and you feel that maybe, okay, if I can show this person love and heal them and show them they can be loved, maybe they'll love me back. Well, that's not the way it works. It's not the way it works, because you need to love yourself before you can even love anyone else. You cannot change anyone else, but you can change yourself. And once you find that you have this ultimate and unconditional love for yourself, and also know that Spirit, God, angels, ancestors, the universe, whoever you do pray to, once you figure out that you're never really alone and you are loved unconditionally by these spirits and ancestors and angels, you're going to realize that the love in your heart is all you really need. Once you figure that out, you're going to find love flow into your life. It's going to bring you ultimate joy. So that's basically what I have for you guys today. I do encourage you guys to check out the videos that I have that will be in the comments section that are going to be pinned, because they are part of the reading. Hopefully that will help you to understand what love is, and to know that if anybody is treating you otherwise or any other way that's not a good feeling within your heart, just know that's not love. And you should definitely probably consider that a red flag and move on from that situation. All right? So remember, you guys, keep it true love energy. Happy, friendly, and loving types. Why? Because we have nothing to fear, because we are calm and cheerful, and we have Spirit on our side. Okay? Thank you so much for coming today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. Somebody out there might be enlightened by them. And the whole idea of these videos is to heal, right? Don't be selfish with the knowledge. Share the knowledge, right? Alright, you guys. I'm Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.